CRN TV is connecting you with the industry leaders who are protecting us from the latest security threats. Join me, Cass Cooper, as we highlight the expertise of women who are driving innovation and solving today's toughest cyber challenges. Welcome to Channel Women in Security. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Channel Women in Security. I am here with the amazing, smart, and talented and beautiful Jen Waltz. She is CRN Woman of the Year, Role Model of the Year awardee from 2024. And if you have not caught the viral video of her winning on stage, you missed a time, honey. Go check it out on her LinkedIn. Follow her. I'm giving you as many flowers as I can because you have been such a welcoming force here in the channel, not just for me, but for so many women who have come into not just the cybersecurity space, but also the channel at large. Now we got the mushy stuff out the way. Let's talk about cybersecurity, honey.
Yes.
Tell me about your new business, Imaginative. Tell me all about it.
Well, thank you so much, Cass. So first and foremost, to everyone who doesn't know me, I am Jen Waltz, and I serve as the founder and chief information security officer for Imaginative. And at Imaginative, we're not your ordinary consultant. We are an MSP, MSSP, but I focus on partner orchestration. And so for those in the channel, you will know what it takes to really make sure that you can find the right partners that really understand your technology, really make sure that they're consultants as opposed to transactional reps. And what I do is I focus on the financial viability of that partnership. I help you build that out so that when you approach that partner, you have all the data, there's no guesswork, you understand exactly how you can go to market and successfully take your product and really show revenue within 6 to 8 months. So most partner sales managers or directors, they're trying to get quota and sell things through partner source revenue, but at the same time do enablement. That's a lot. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of partner people don't succeed. Well, here at Imaginative, we do that for you. We build out your entire journey. We can help you scale, and we definitely have the financial model dashboard so that you can really stay true to making sure that partner is successful out the gates.
I love it. I think it's it's a niche, but such needed area of the channel in general, bridging that partner strategy with scaling as well as go to market and the cybersecurity aspect. Now, typically I start with the cybersecurity expertise, but in the pre-show, we were talking a lot about just you and your background and just some of the things that you're interested in. And we got talking about AI. So I want to start there and talking about how people are getting into cybersecurity with AI in mind and some of the skills that we need as not just women, but people of color. What are the gaps that you're seeing that people are needing to fill?
Cass, one of the things I'm going to talk about the duality of one word. And the duality of one word is called network. So in order to really gain and really prove yourself as a burgeoning expert in this field, you've got to know network, meaning topology. You need to understand mesh and SD-WAN and all of these things in cloud, and also how companies partition their data for security. That's the first level. You have to know networking. Once you know networking, then you can put your network to work for you. All the people that are around you in the channel or adjacent to the channel that know you, know your good work, understand your aspirations, and then you put them to work. You enable them by letting them know what you're interested in, the things that you're finding yourself excelling in, but more importantly, what your net worth is to them, right? So I just mentioned a duality, but there's actually a trifecta here.
Yeah.
Your network topology, your network, which is the community that surrounds you, lifts you up, pours into you, and you pour back into them. But then your network is your net worth. That's how you're going to win.
Yeah. Yeah. So for folks who are entering in, right, a lot of people, women specifically, start base level, level one, but some of those tasks are being replaced with AI. What do you think people need to be doing right now in order to prepare for and to be on the front end of this AI revolution that we're having?
You need to skill up. Right now, it's really hard to say that people are AI experts. Now, AI has been around a long time, and I'm going to tell you, if you understand smart network routing, then you understand that was AI at work, telling other computers which traffic needed to take more prominence over a congested network, right? So that's the backbone of AI, right? As it relates to networking and routing. Most people come in as a sysadmin, call center, help desk person. But now with this advent of AI is kind of, swallowing those jobs up, and it's making companies a little bit more efficient in certain ways because then everything is handled the same way. You can handle triage the same way at an entry level role. Now, to me, if I was a woman or a person of color coming into this industry, the first thing I want to do is I want to get as much knowledge and certification as I can because AI is changing so rapidly because of quantum computing. I mean, I can tell you personally, I'm taking a cert course every week. Number one, just because it is just changing and it's just consuming so much that it's just changing so rapidly. So make sure that your education is up to speed. I understand that right now times are tough, but I want to share with you Coursera has free cybersecurity courses. There are other organizations that are more women-based about women in cybersecurity. They have free sponsorships, also free courses that you can tap into. New Horizons also has free courses to help you learn on cybersecurity and AI. And then I think there's a cadre of other universities that not only go through Coursera, but also directly, you can get knowledge. So I just share, this is the time to pour into you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's so important for people who are coming in and understanding how, the Gen Zs, the younger millennials, you don't just arrive at expertise. You really do have to train yourself up so that you can be the best representation of yourself. I think that's such great advice. Let's talk about your expertise that you have fought so hard to arrive at and you have learned over your career. You talk a lot about like the current state of healthcare and cybersecurity. So tell us a little bit about what is going on with healthcare and cybersecurity and what are CISOs who are in that space of healthcare needing to be aware of right now.
The healthcare sector it continues to face significant cybersecurity challenges in 2025. Despite the increased investments, this particular industry is specifically vulnerable because of legacy systems with inherent security weaknesses that can't easily be replaced due to cost, because of complex technical environments, with thousands of connected medical devices. And when I say that, imagine you've got a main hospital, but then you've got all of these community healthcare centers that might be further out that might feed into those hospitals or one hospital. Those need to be protected. Also, chronic understaffing of cybersecurity roles. To me, this is an opportunity for anyone listening to this. Go get certified. Go get your knowledge because people need you. Right now, there's a 30 to 40% industry-wide shortage on cybersecurity roles. Then, with telehealth expansion and remote work infrastructure, it's ripe for hacking. And then right now, there is an enormous value on healthcare data on the dark web and dark markets. Right now, your credit, let's just say your social security number or even your child's social security number is commanding 10 to 20 times higher prices than your credit card information.
Wow.
So please know how we need more people focusing on cybersecurity very fast.
So let's double down on the reason why the social security number specifically is so abundant in desire on the dark web, because I think it's really interesting to think about the global implications of that. Why are people buying social security numbers specifically?
Number one, there is significant financial gain. through ransomware or patient data. Just this past week, 3 hospitals were taken down and they are still recovering. They can't do surgeries. I mean, think about how that affects the public, right? And they're holding that infrastructure for ransom until they get paid. And institutions are paying us money.
Well, there's little to no choice, right? Like, what are your options? You've got people who, need operations, need their health care, and you need these technological systems in order to provide that. So it does become a cost risk analysis of how do you get to where you need to go? Is it pay the ransomware, or is it let somebody not have the life-saving surgery or procedure that they need? It's a terrible choice to be in.
100% Cass. And then we're talking about intelligence gathering on high net worth or value individuals. Think about this. People go and have surgeries, right? They want to know their address, what's wrong with them. They're finding out these vulnerabilities. Then they're doing medical research theft. So the United States has been great for a number of things. And one has been our education system and also our medical research, bar none.
Yeah. Top in the world.
Right. So think about it. If they can steal another science's information, know what they're working on, know the projects that they're working on to get a step ahead, that's valuable. And then people are creating synthetic identities for comprehensive medical records because, like I said, the U.S. is number one in what area? Cancer treatment. People fly from all over the world to come here and be treated for cancer. Imagine if they have your information from the dark web. They know where you live. You're putting selfies out there. What age are you? What would you look like when you were a teenager? What would you look like when you were a baby? How would you look when people need to understand that software is insidious. Do not do those things. Please don't.
Don't make the baby podcast a reality.
Don't do it, please.
And I was really looking forward to using AI for that.
Okay, so I'm going to tie this up really quick, Cass. I want to make sure people understand the risk that they have with people, putting things out there about their children.
Mm-hmm.
Now, think about it. There have been children's hospitals around the world being attacked recently. Last year, I think there were 20 children's hospitals that were attacked. You know why they're attacking them? Use Social Security numbers. How many of you have your child's Social Security numbers under LifeLock? So think about it. You have a baby, you have to have a Social Security number immediately for your child to get health care or anything else. And immediately someone can grab that information and then begin amassing credit and debt under your child's name. And you would never know about it until that child is getting ready to go to college.
Tying it back to AI, how can we use AI to help us? We talked about a little bit of the dangers of it. No baby podcast. I know. I'm sorry. I won't do it. But what can AI be used to prevent cyber attack or even respond to it?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me because now I'm going to nerd out.
Let's do it.
Yes. So number one, continuous authentication mechanisms. So trust but verify, using privilege access management, using identity access management. Huge. Number one, must be done. The second thing is using AI-based anomaly detection systems to identify unusual network behavior. So imagine you're seeing someone that's in your network pulling down a lot of company information. We want to investigate that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most people are using role-based learning or computer-based learning. They don't have a need to pull down a whole lot of documents. So that should definitely be something that you would want to employ. Also, automated patch management, making sure that that's top of mind and prioritize right up there with identity access management. And then using user behavior analytics to detect any type of credential compromising, like, looking at someone, if they normally work, their IP address is in Illinois, but then all of a sudden it shows up in California, they had no planned trips. You definitely want to make sure that. And then, email filtering, right? Making sure that your employees understand what phishing can do and how it can capture their credential.
Yeah, yeah. All good practical advice. Thank you so much for thinking of the macro issues and challenges that impact cybersecurity, as well as the little tinier things that we can do utilizing AI. And I just really want to reiterate that the importance of scaling up in this time and staying ahead of what's happening with AI and reading up on it. Everything's coming up on for us very fast and furious, and trying to understand it in real time can be a challenge, but it's not impossible. And I'm so glad that there's folks like you who are out there modeling what good AI and cybersecurity can look like.
Thank you, Cass. I want to make sure people know that there's a balanced perspective here.
Yeah. Yeah.
The healthcare cybersecurity sector is increasingly recognizing cybersecurity as a patient safety priority rather than just an IT concern. There is cross sector collaboration through HISAC and other sharing communities trying to strengthen that collective defense. Federal agencies have been providing more tailored resources, security by design principles. The workforce gap is the most crucial. Making sure that that is addressed, like you mentioned, through special healthcare cybersecurity education programs. And then now, for those of us that have been around for a bit in our career, being more on boards, having a voice and guiding the C-suite with your cybersecurity expertise, or at least being part of a dedicated community or committee that is focused on making sure that organization is protected.
Yeah. So good. Well, we will see you online again, not just for the viral moments, but for things like just general information. You have a great newsletter on LinkedIn, and if you're not reading it, you definitely should be. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And this is your invitation to subscribe, like, share, because we're only as good as the information in front of us. Jen, I thank you again, and I'll see you in the real world real soon.
Thank you, Cass. Really appreciate you having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for watching Channel Women in Security from CRN TV. Be sure to subscribe for more stories from the women who are shaping cybersecurity, breaking barriers, and making their mark on the channel ecosystem.